I'm Guo, and I'm a developer and researcher. Um, my project is a decentralized social network and publication platform. It provides a censorship-resilient storage layer as well as new ways for content creators to monetize their content. So in the beginning, Matters Lab has quite a vague destination. The question or the problem we're trying to solve was quite clear. We know that the content ecosystem, the social media, or the traditional media are not working for the user, for the reader, for the content creators. So we try to solve that. The problem is very clear, but the solution is quite unclear. We know one side of the coin is the storage and distribution process. So we start working on that first. We start storing all the content on IPFS, distributing that through both peer-to-peer and traditional web channel, and index the content on Ethereum, later on Optimism. So that's a storage side and distribution side. The other side of the coin, we later realized it's probably more important as the incentive mechanism, the economic part. What kind of content are getting incentivized? How does the content creator gets paid? That is also the other side of the coin, and we start to solving that problem as well. So now, our biggest product at Matters Lab is MattersTown. It's also become our test bed for many of those ideas. So it has the two sides of those coins. It has the decentralized storage layer, so people can express as freely as they want, distribute the content in channels that they feel comfortable with. At the same time, we're figuring out new ways and better ways to allow the content creators to monetize the content, allow readers to discover content that are valuable for the public. I think the question started because I grew up in China, and Chinese is my mother tongue. So I do feel bad about seeing the Chinese-speaking world start shrinking because of censorship and also in general the social media age that is changing how content is being distributed. I feel deeply especially because I live in the United States, that I try to hold on to that root as well as making sure that there is a digital space for this culture to thrive. But then after starting to solve this problem, I realized it's a much broader issue. First of all, China is not the only country that's facing this type of problem. Many countries outside of Europe and the United States face this issue as well. So we start seeing, for example, a lot of users from Russia, from Iran, start using MattersTown. And it got me thinking that this is actually a much universal problem that we have. And for the past 2 or 3 years in the United States, I can see the other side of the problem is that people are become polarized, and social media are being used as part of the techniques for the politicians to kind of thrive on that polarization. So now it become important for me, not only because we're trying to create this space that Chinese-speaking users can thrive, but it also become a test bed of the ideas like, how do people live together in the digital space? How do people create real connections and real sincere content instead of more anger, more conflict, more attention seeking in the digital space? And I think that's, for me, maybe the biggest challenge I see myself or my generation is facing. If I can solve only a slightly bit of that problem, I would feel pretty good about myself.